Welcome to Back to Love Life. I hope you've been making choices and decisions that love you back. I am Michael. I'm a person in recovery, co occurring with mental health and substance use disorder. I have some gifts there as far as PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. Also, ADD, of the attention deficit disorder. So I have an amusement park that I never intended to pay for, always going on in my mind in my life, whether I like it or not. I've been away for 13 days because I was just struggling with the blahs. Anybody been to blahs? Not down, not up, just meh. And so I'm glad that I got the courage and the strength in my mind and my body to come back on here because this is what I need to do to share with you all. Um, Today, we're just going to briefly talk about like self image or self esteem. Self image in addiction. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you have a few years or you got quite more than a few years. Um, and so, how can I invest in my self image and my self esteem, right? So, when I think of self image, I think it starts with investing in my esteem. And so, the first thing we want to talk about is being honest with myself. I need to be honest with myself because I know what got me to use it or got me into addictive habits was denial led to addiction or denial. Being honest can help me turn my life around. I don't think that's the total solution. Uh, Also, figure out our strengths and our weaknesses. Knowing what my strength is. What am I good at? Personality strengths, even things that I do well in life can just help me feel good about myself. But also knowing my weaknesses is important, because sometimes I need to face the difficult task or if I have a weakness, sometimes I may have to ask for help, right? And things that ain't nature. Also, admitting a strength, admitting my weakness is a strength. Okay, and in doing this personal inventory, I just encourage us: don't beat ourselves up over our weaknesses because it's there. We all have flaws or we have shortcomings. It's a part of life. It's a part of just the nature of life. If I was perfect, I would be boring to myself. That's what people would say. It would be boring if we all were perfect. Um, I think it's always to me, a weakness is always I'm a competitor, always competing to see how I can make progress, right, in that area. Also, when we're looking at our self-image and investing in our self-esteem, please, what I learned the hard way is don't compare myself to someone else's life or to their path or to their journey of success or to their path of recovery or to their journey of recovery, what they have and what I don't have as we're in recovery. Whatever your pathway of recovery may be, you always find yourself in a community of recovery people, and it is human nature to compare. Like, why do they have and I don't have? Well, don't do that. Um, just stay focused on what we have and doing the best with what is given to us and the opportunity of recovery, the opportunity to live sober. You know, set goals. Okay, realistic goals. We need to set realistic goals for ourselves. Because in my addiction, I had grandiose thinking. I had far out thinking. I got a lot done with a very little, which was running realistic. You can get a lot done with the little that you have in realistic terms. Yeah, that is definitely possible, for sure, for sure, definitely, definitely. So we look at that as well. So realistic goals. Uh, that trust your own feelings. If we're in recovery, if we're living a recovery life, trust your feelings. This might be hard to do sometimes, because if you come from it's childhood like me, where your feelings are not affirmed or not worth trusting. It depends on the your past, your childhood, and even your adolescence, your teenage years, what you experienced when it came to your feelings. And so now, as an adult, I have to be the one to affirm my feelings and to embrace my feelings and to process them in a positive way and get positive coping skills so I can trust my own feelings, right? Because I have a way to process them in a healthy way and embrace who I am, my feelings. It's my body and my mind. Who I am is telling me something was going on, whether it's good, bad, sad, indifferent, whatever it may be, right? Because feelings, what they call it, emotional intelligence. So feelings is a form of intelligence that can build self trust. Myself is telling me something when these emotions are going on, when these feelings are going on, and so when we embrace our feelings, that is a tool we can use to boost self confidence. Um, Also, when we're building self image and recovery from any addiction, we got to take it one day at a time. That's all I can do. I wouldn't be here before you in front of this camera on this podcast if I did not build my life one day at a time, rebuild my life, or recreate who I am really, and redesign is a better word. Let's go with that. I try to do my best every day. I try to do my best every day. Okay. Also to boost my feelings and not to dwell. Here's what I do work on intentionally every day is positive self-talk, because in my addiction career, I call it was a career, right? Because it takes a lot. That's a job trying to stay drunk and hot. So in my addiction career, there was a lot of negative. There was a lot of just haunting myself from my past and brokenness. And so now I really try to just really speak life and encouragement to myself. So I intentionally focus on that every day, saying something encouraging to myself. You're handsome, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're doing great today. You make a difference in someone's life today. You are sober today. You are clean today. You are living in recovery just in this moment. You should be proud of yourself for doing this. You should be proud of yourself for being thoughtful and mindful of others. Let's take care of ourselves, because in addiction, we neglect ourselves because we're in a different mental state or condition. Remember, it's a mind altering substances or mind altered activities that take us away from a quality of life. So, uh, so whether it's at some form of exercise, eating well as possible, I'm still fighting the sweet splurges, and my goal every day, every week, is not to fall to the temptation and replace it with fruit. And so I'm work on that, and uh, trying to get rest right about, that helps with the mind clarity, right, when I get rest. But because sometimes I replaced my old addiction with workaholic. I picked up a new addiction to work, and get something done. And overall, I'm going nowhere fast if my work is in vain and not for a bigger purpose. But that's a different podcast for a different day. Also, be a visionary for my life. Be a visionary for yourself. See the good in our lives. See the good in your life. Look for different unique values and viewpoints and beliefs that make you uniquely who you are, that make you value yourself. No one's going to value you like you. And also, fact, you can make it a daily pattern or a daily point to look for the good in your life. It could be from gratitude journal. It can be for affirmations that you Some people listen to affirmations on YouTube. It could be affirmations that you discover, that you create yourself. It doesn't. You don't always have to go off of, so, because what other people create is what they created in their moment, and sometimes you're worthy to create your own affirmations because you know who else knows what you need like you do. Um, so this is a part of self-image and self-esteem recovery. In order to build the image of myself, I have to invest in my self-esteem, meaning how I feel, how I think, is how I view myself. So to invest in my feelings and to embrace my feelings and embrace my thoughts and take responsibility in my thoughts, therefore reflects how I view myself. That self-image, and only I can improve that image, change that image for the better. No one else can do that for me. So, my friends, until next time, I hope that we all make choices and decisions that love us back so we are encouraged to love life. Until next time.